everybody. Okay, we're gonna go over Muscularity Morphs for Genesis 9. So many morphs for the Genesis 9. Both figures, well, one figure, male and female. You can use them for both. Loving this Genesis 9 by Simon W.M. Simone W.M. Simon says Simone. So there's a lot of morphs here, and what I like about it is it's left and right. I suppose let's go through them. It covers all the muscle groups, which is pretty cool. You can either click on one of these figures and it'll just load up a figure for you, the male or the female, and you can go from there. But what if you want to use it on your own character? Okay, which is what we want to do. Want to use it in Tyler. What's up, Tyler? So let's go through them. There's a lot of morphs here. Some of them are ridiculously subtle, as you can see. Very subtle morphs, you can see. Make sure your character's on high resolution in order to see some of them. But they are very subtle, and that's fine. That's good. They're good. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I like subtle. I would like to be able to set my own subtlety, but in this case they kind of limit them, and some of them are crazy subtle. So you get like the left and rights, everything that's kind of grayed out, not grayed out, but they've got like a gray background, not the pink background. They are symmetry, so they'll do the left and right, and then anything else will do either the left or the right. So I mean, you can see, you can start building up muscle. Where would I use this pack? Where would I use this pack? I mean, if I was doing maybe like a guardian or a cool, whatever they called, fantasy character, you know, like a sword and shield and I don't know what they're, knights or something. You know, there's a lot of places where I'd use them. The subtle ones, I mean, you're only going to pick them up if you're quite close to the character, in all honesty. Like the ones you see, they're very subtle. This one's a bit better. So you can add some nice definition, and I love the fact that it's not all in one. It's different parts, and you can choose the weights of what you want, the ones of what you don't want. It's all good. It's all good. But you can see, look at this. Subtle. I mean, I can hardly tell, but it does add that little bit more realism, some of these things, which is cool. But once again, like I say, only if you're close. I mean, it's fine. It's pretty cool. It's nice to have in your packs, but I can't see people using this a lot. I really can't, unless you're constantly doing like these really strong women or these really strong men. I like the fact that they give you that slight bit of detail, but you know, somebody like me, I zoom up on the face or I zoom up on an area, so that area I can use nice subtle things or whatever, and it's fine. The chest ones are quite amazing. I mean, they're quite cool. They do a lot more, which is quite nice. You can see here, they do add the definitions and things. You can go a little crazy on these ones. They look good on a man, and the woman. I mean, they look totally fine. They do their jobs, and I quite like it. I would have loved a bit more definition. So if you wanted those, you know, those streaks in the chest, those muscles, and they form like these. I would have liked this to gone a little overboard with some things. So, I mean, the feet look great. If you're into feet and hands, there's nice little things that bring that little bit of realism. So you don't even have to use them as kind of muscle morphs. You can use them for like realism morphs, which I like. You see that? Look at that. It's so subtle. It's so subtle. So, I don't know. Some of them are a lot more than others. They show a lot more than others, which is pretty cool. Look at that ass. Look at that ass. You want that body, but you got that ass. It's all good. It's all right. Kevin, it's all right. You can make the ass do some crazy things. That's me Scottish. It's terrible. It's terrible. Get in the rope. Get in the pool. So, some of these you're going to use. What I did notice is some of these only do one side. So, things are a little bit broken in this pack. If you saw that thigh there, I'm doing the symmetry of both, but only one happens. But then again, I could just pull the left and the right together. It worked. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for bodybuilders or a lot of muscles. I wish they went into a bit more sculpting detail, like the crazy, little bit more. I mean, you've got the muscle pack, but you want those rips absolutely ripped. It would have been amazing to get that kind of ripped feel to this, and you do in a sense, but you don't also. Like or keeping them really thin, but having that absolutely ripped look. That's something you can't really get in this, and that's a little bit disappointing. I mean, you can make them big and muscular, okay? You can add subtle details when you want to keep them thin and whatever, like you see, but you still don't get that just absolute skinny and ripped to shreds. I would have loved that. That would have made this pack for me a must-have, but it doesn't have that. So if you're looking to make some cool fantasy characters, I mean, there we go. You've got some awesome there. Over there, if that was more ripped there, in between them chest, those muscles you get where they ripped completely. I wish we had those options. But you can get good-looking characters, and you can add more detail to your characters, like you see right here. It's not a bad pack. If this is what you're looking for, it's awesome. I just would have loved that extra options of making it completely more ripped on a skinny figure. I would have loved that. But I mean, if you're looking for these kind of characters, it's awesome. Do you need it? Are you making completely ripped or big muscular characters? Sure. It's the best one we've got at the moment, so it's not too bad. The back, I thought they could have added more to the back. Once again, having something completely ripped and skinny would have been absolutely incredible. So I don't know. This is for you to make up your mind on this set. It's fine. It does what it says on the box. I wish it went further though. I did it on a fat dude because we want to see how it works on different kinds of characters, and for this I actually got some nice results. I think this works nicely on a male figure, like a bit of a bigger. You want them to be bigger and more muscular. Once again, man, skinny ripped, that would have sold this for me completely. Like 100%, yes, I can rip the character and not give weight to the character. That would have been a complete winner for me. But for this, actually, it worked quite nicely for this guy. Very subtle, once again. It's not giving you, I keep saying it, but that ripped look. But you can get a big, hulky, muscular kind of a guy. And it's fine. It's fine. Like, I love the fact that you can add like a bit of a six-pack to this chubby dude where the fat is just under the muscle, which is pretty cool. Over here, I just opened up a guide to see what it looks like, and you can see. You don't get that absolutely ripped look. Anyway, it's pretty cool. I hope this helps make you make up your mind. Thanks for joining me. I always appreciate. This is Preachings, yeah? Das ist richtig tollen Sie schlätzen. Must be a word. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a good new year, and thanks for joining, and I'll see you later.